Apple takes a surprise decision about iPhone 18 production. You might be seeing leaked photographs of the iPhone 18 a lot sooner than expected. Next year, the iPhone 18 will, according to sources, launch the Pro and Pro Max variants solely, presumably alongside the foldable iPhone. The iPhone 18 Pro is, according to a recent leak, already beginning to reach manufacturing stages, with Apple possibly looking at a fully assembled iPhone 18 Pro before the end of February next year. iPhone 18 this soon. The decision to greenlight the mass manufacturing of the iPhone 18 so soon is surprising, but not wholly unexpected, considering what's known about the phone. The iPhone 18 Pro will look relatively similar to the iPhone 17 Pro, albeit the glass portion on the back might not stick out as much. The leak verifies this, indicating that there is much less visual distinction between the two generations of iPhone than expected. As such, far less prep work was required on Apple's part, and the corporation can reach the mass manufacturing stage a lot sooner. Compared to historical timescales, as well as the development stages across competing products, achieving mass production so fast is a totally different approach. For example, the Galaxy S26 series is only believed to be commencing mass production this month, roughly 2 months before release. This allows Apple to test a new feature. Entering full production this soon might benefit Apple in one way. It will let the corporation properly evaluate its new design option for the iPhone 18 Pro. Apparently, though the exterior is virtually unaltered, the Face ID sensors are being placed under the display of the phone, leaving behind a punch hole design instead. This is in preparation for the iPhone 20 Pro in 2027. The iPhone 19 is likely being skipped, which will see everything moved under the screen. The iPhone 20 Pro is rumored to boast a flawless, distraction-free, edge-to-edge display. Apple can get to diagnosing any unforeseen difficulties with the iPhone 18 Pro. Since the beginning of last year, Apple has run into various software and hardware problems that weren't expected of a firm that promised premium products. Software has remained problematic. iPadOS 18 straight-up bricked M4 iPad devices, and Apple Intelligence is still a woe in action. Furthermore, the iPhone 17 Pro makeover, supposed to boost cellular coverage, achieved the exact opposite initially. And should we forget, liquid glass on iOS 26 wasn't exactly a winner in most people's books. So ideally, quicker mass production for the iPhone 18 Pro would imply fewer hassles when the phone actually releases. As the iPhone 17 range employs the A19 and A19 Pro CPUs, it makes sense that the future iPhone 18 would feature Apple's new A20 chipset. The suspected chips are believed to use a novel technique called wafer-level multi-chip module, which combines the RAM directly into the same wafer as the CPU, DPU, and neural engine. This reportedly leads to improved efficiency and faster performance, since everything would be located on the same chip. We're also hearing that the iPhone 18 series could employ Apple's next-gen C2 modem processor for enhanced cellular connectivity. Additionally, the information believes that Apple is preparing to support 5G networks from satellites, potentially providing iPhone 18 models complete satellite phone capability, not simply for emergencies and texting. Designs for the iPhone tend to remain the same from year to year, and recent rumors suggest that this pattern will continue. The screen sizes of the three handsets look to be the same as before, 6.3 and 6.9 inches, respectively, with small design alterations in the camera bumps on the rear. The standard iPhone 18 is reported to have a lower camera hump compared to its predecessor, while the Pro and Pro Max will keep the bigger plateau to accommodate their 3 rear cameras. According to a leak from the Chinese social media site Weibo, the Pro model could gain a subtle transparent finish on the rear glass panel. Additionally, it might come in 3 new colors: coffee, purple, and burgundy. Coffee brown might seem like an unusual choice for a phone hue, but our own Patrick Holland is open to the concept. Other rumors imply that adjustments may be planned to the iPhone's dynamic island. Mark Gurman from Bloomberg and Weibo user Digital Chat Station claimed that Apple may shrink the size of the dynamic island on the iPhone 18 models. This could result in a small pinhole cutout for the camera, as the Face ID sensors may be put behind the display instead. The information also recently stated that the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max will be equipped with under-screen Face ID, matching the Bloomberg report. Additionally, the publication also indicated that the front camera will be shifted to the top left corner of the screen, and as a result, will be missing that aforementioned dynamic island cutout. We've tried under-display cameras on various phones throughout the years. The area of the display in front of the camera contains fewer screen elements and translucent wiring, allowing the selfie camera to see through the screen, much like gazing out a window with open blinds. While the goal of having a display with minimum or no cuts is a commendable one, under-display cameras often result in photographs with poor image quality. However, maybe Apple is the firm that will ultimately figure out how to embed a camera under the display that records high-quality photographs. Apple may be preparing to provide full 5G satellite internet to the iPhone 18 Pro, according to a new claim. This step could ultimately eliminate the problem of dropped signals in rural or isolated locations, unlike the present emergency SOS feature, which only enables restricted text messaging. This improvement would offer complete internet access with no need for cellular or Wi-Fi coverage. The information alleges that Apple is working closely with SpaceX, the firm behind Starlink. Interestingly, SpaceX just modified their network to handle the same radio spectrum utilized in modern iPhones. This technical agreement may smooth the way for direct iPhone to satellite connectivity. To help roll out this service, Apple is apparently cooperating with SpaceX, which operates Starlink. Notably, the source notes that SpaceX recently added compatibility for the same radio band Apple presently uses for its emergency SOS feature. All that said, it's vital to keep in mind that Starlink in its current version requires a dish to help receive and broadcast a satellite signal. All Starlink users are provided a hardware kit to enable connectivity. That's obviously not the most user-friendly solution, which may indicate Apple's plans to integrate this feature inside the iPhone itself. This, however, would be a fascinating engineering challenge for a mobile device. As it is now, there's no full 5G satellite internet service that exists for smartphones. Apple, though, is obviously striving to introduce the first. If an iPhone 18 Pro incorporating satellite connectivity is actually on Apple's roadmap, it would be fascinating to see if it will come standard or if it will be a separate service people have to pay a little bit extra for. Currently, a Starlink package for unlimited data costs between $80 and $120, depending on whatever data speed you choose. Starlink also has a roaming plan with a 50 GB per month cap that costs $50 a month. Incidentally, this isn't the first time we've heard about Apple's ambitions to bring satellite capability to the iPhone. This past January, for example, we revealed that Apple and SpaceX have covertly been collaborating to bring Starlink's satellite service to its iPhone lineup. What's more, Elon Musk back in 2022 indicated that Starlink and Apple were having promising conversations regarding a relationship. Musk said that establishing satellite communication on mobile phones will work best if phone software and hardware adapt to space-based signals versus Starlink purely emulating cell towers. New rumors have indicated a big shift in Apple's plan for its upcoming iPhone 18 lineup, as the company intends to debut a new generation of CPU, the A20 series, alongside better specifications for the base model and advanced satellite connectivity features. According to the South Korean research agency, the Bell, the standard iPhone 18 will come with 12 GB of RAM, mirroring the memory capacity that has so far been limited to Apple's Pro models. 4. Performance boost. This represents the first time in Apple's history that it has decreased the performance gap between its regular and Pro iPhone models, especially in terms of memory and system optimization. The enhanced RAM will be combined with next-generation LPDDR5X memory boasting a 6-channel design, delivering more bandwidth, greater power economy, and increased overall performance. Sources claim that this upgrade is necessary to support the expanding range of Apple Intelligence AI features, which demand higher processing power and memory. These include live translation, visual intelligence, and considerable upgrades to Siri's capabilities. For users, the change to 12 GB of RAM across all iPhone 18 models is likely to solve a long-standing issue about Apple's base iPhones being hampered by artificial memory constraints, which sometimes forced programs to reload frequently and depleted the battery faster. Analysts believe this update will lead to a smoother and more efficient user experience. While some supply chain reports suggest Apple might reconsider this upgrade if component availability becomes an issue, most insiders expect 12 GB of RAM to become the new standard for all iPhones starting in 2026, keeping Apple competitive in a market where higher memory capacities are becoming the norm. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.